So as we heard, Bernie Sanders couldn't be here because he's in Minnesota. But Katie, are you here? Katie. So Katie Van Haste is going to come up and say a few words. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Ann. And yes, Senator Klobuchar already stole my Freaky Friday joke, so you've heard it. Enjoy it again. He is, of course, Senator Sanders is very sorry to miss this event. He is fighting the good fight to elect Democrats up and down the ballot in Minnesota. We hope to have more great Democrats representing Minnesotans and folks from around the country in the United States Senate, give Congressman, soon-to-be Senator Peter Welch, some great colleagues to work with in the Senate. But Senator Leahy, he asked me to just share with you his gratitude for your friendship over the many years in the Senate together and when he was in the House and you were in the Senate. If he were here, I'm sure he would refer to himself the way he does when he stands with you, which is to describe himself as the oldest junior senator in the history of the world. A tradition that I think he's going to be very sad to give up, because I know he is going to very much miss working with you. All of the wonderful accomplishments that you have achieved for Vermont and for the world, so many of them have already been mentioned. Your advocacy for organics, your work abroad on landmines, fighting for human rights, fighting for the Violence Against Women Act and protections for so many people, being a tremendous environmental steward, the work you've done for Lake Champlain, which, Senator, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe was a Great Lake for 18 days. So we did hold that important piece of history, and maybe, who knows, what the future has to hold. But really, your mark has been left all across this state, and every Vermonter, whether they've had the privilege of meeting you or not, is better for it. So, and to your wife, to Marcel, I believe when Senator Sanders was with you both in Richmond at VYCC, he referred to you as the First Lady of Vermont. And I can't think of anything more true about just how much you mean to our state and your dedication alongside. And the last thing I will say is this, which is I get to say as a staff person, because senators don't know all the idioms we have, which this one is across Washington, I think, which is that the personality of the member is reflected by the staff. And I think if you've met a staff member of Senator Leahy, it is a little window into what a tremendous family they truly are and how much they not just love working for their boss, but love their boss. And so you have a tremendous team of allies and advocates and friends and family across this state who have worked for you and have been such a true pleasure and honor for all of us in the rest of the delegation to work with over these many years. So thank you very much.